Hello guys, welcome back to Hobbiton Zoo. It's been a while. It's 5 weeks almost that I have been able to not be able to go into this park here or zoo, but it's got fixed for some reason. I'm pretty sure that they had to change some stuff in the game to actually just make my park running. Because it felt like after I got into it again that it had a few like a little bit of freezing moments and a little bit of lag, and I thought the textures were a little bit off too. It might be because it's been a long time since I've been into this park or zoo, but just some of the textures just felt off to me. But let's just ignore that and just let's get started building some stuff again in here, because I have been having a lot of ideas of what I wanted to do with Hobbiton Zoo if I ever will get it finished. I actually almost lost hope for it to be fixed, but the update for some reason fixed it. I don't know if a lot of other people have had the same issue as me. That's kind of like what I felt like Frontier said when I asked them that this is not only a problem I have, they have seen it on other people's part too. That's what they answered me. They were very like vague in their answer on what the actual problem was. But they did manage to figure it out and fix it. So I'm very pleased by that. I'm very happy. So we can get back into Hobbiton Zoo and build this fantasy zoo of ours that you guys have been seeing me build. So yeah, guys, that's were some good news that I'm bringing here in the start of the video. So let me explain what we are doing today. What we're doing today is I'm adding some new animals to the park. I've had this sort of idea with the sheeps for quite a while now, that I want to have this sort of windmill and sort of like grape field and some stuff, because I feel like the sheeps kind of like works well for that environment there. So that's kind of like what you will see me do today. I'm not building the most craziest habitat for the sheeps yet. This is only like a little thing. I just wanted to give them a little bit of stuff so that it felt like they were at the right surroundings. So the habitat here will probably be a little bit more detailed and probably get a little bit more stuff in further videos. Sorry. And then today I'm focusing on just making a quick habitat and then making this sort of a windmill, Hobbiton windmill, which is nothing that is actually at Hobbiton Zoo. But as you guys know, that if I have to build Hobbiton Zoo, it will mainly just be hobbit houses, and I'm not really into this. I wanted to build a few Hobbiton or a few hobbit houses and have them a little bit of everywhere, so you know where you are. But I just don't want it to be like the point of the park where you just have plenty of these hobbit houses here. So I'm always trying to add a little bit more stuff, so we just have the hobbit vibe and just the fantasy vibe in the same thing, you know. So that's kind of like what I'm doing here. So I'm taking some of the old hobbit houses I've built, trying to redo them a little bit, giving some other color, some other detailing, and then afterwards I'm trying my best to build a windmill. It was actually a picture I saw on Pinterest of a Hobbiton lodge actually that had this super like grassy dome of a shape for the windmill. So you will see me start with the hedges, trying to get this windmill sorted out. But the more I added, the more derpy and weird it kind of looked with that windmill being just all grass and green. So you will see me, the further in we go to the video, like add tons of more stuff and trying to build it so it looks more like it's built on top of a hill, but also with all these buildings, and then the overgrown parts has kind of like taken over through some years and kind of like made it into the terrain with the windmill itself, which were the goal I was gonna try do. And I'm quite happy how the end result look and how it looks in the winter, guys, or in the snow. My god, does it look cool. So yeah, it's not such a long video, because I feel like I just wanted to get in, build something, and get that video out, so you guys could keep on continue here, because I've heard a lot of people asking, sorry, what what status was with Hobbiton Zoo. And I actually couldn't give you guys an answer myself, because as you know, Frontier, they didn't give me a great answer. They just said, we're working on it. That's pretty much the answer I got. But they fixed it, and that's the good part about everything here. So we can get back in, and you guys will probably, I will try see if I can have it to 3 or 4 uploads a week. 1 Planko, 1 Planet 2, and then 2 Foundation videos. That's kind of like what I am gonna go for now for the next few months, guys. Because I will also go on a little trip at the end of the month, where there will be some surprise vlogs for you guys. I haven't spoken a lot about this, since it's very spontaneous, and it's something that just has been planned for the last 2 months or so. So I can't wait to share those vlogs and stuff with you guys. But for now, it's mainly just Planko, Planet 2, and Foundation. Maybe Generation 0 once in a while, but that's mainly what that's gonna run on the channel for the next few months, guys. So if you like the content, I would be very happy if you guys would smash that subscribe button, and yeah, just hang out with me for some time, and look where all these things is gonna go for future times and stuff. So, and also I am quite certain that the Birdmaster's house, sorry guys, my throat is killing me these days, that I'm definitely gonna add that into this park as well, because it is fantasy, it goes well with the theming, and might even be able to use it in some sort of a habitat, or maybe have it as some sort of a centerpiece for the park in some way or another. We will find out, but I'm just happy that I am back on schedule here, because it was annoying me that I couldn't get in here and build stuff, and I just didn't feel like starting a new thing. So I'm quite happy on how these on how this end up looking after such a long break, and I think Foundation probably also have a good part of this build I'm doing here with the windmill and the and the fields of grapes and all that stuff. But I really get inspired by playing other games too, besides just Planko and Planet Zoo. That's kind of like what gets my groove going, to be honest. If I only were playing Planko and Planet Zoo, I don't think my creativity will get me this far as it does while I mix up playing games in different styles. So as you guys can see here, I did add the dome of the windmill here, which kind of looks a little bit derpy now with all the green stuff, and it was very difficult for me to kind of cover up the lines where they connect. So I had to do something else, which you guys will see. I give them some wooden panels, some wooden planks all the way around, so it gives that more natural feeling. And here I am working on the windmill or how do you say, wheel, sorry. It was a little bit of a struggle, but I did manage to find something I could use. I used these Chinese or Asian, what are they called, like wind things. Oh, I can't remember what they're called now. But you will see me find them here in a sec. But I did really try. There they are. I did really try to get it look as good as possible. And I feel like these guys here kind of like made it nice. It made it look like it was a little bit, you know, it was made by themselves, and it's not super perfect, and it looks a little bit old too. And I really like how this wheel here turned out to look like, and especially when it comes up on the windmill itself, it definitely helps a lot on the view of it. But I'm super happy about this build, and I'm really hoping that I can add a little bit more stuff, maybe a barn or something next to it, and maybe, I don't know, what other animal I can add there. I'm not sure yet, but if you guys have any suggestions of what animal you would like to see in a Hobbiton Zoo next that fits sort of the small animal environment. We have the peafowls, we have the pangolins, we have the flamingos now, and we have tapir, and now we have the Dall Sheep. And we're still gonna have red pandas, that is a fact. So maybe I will add those next time, or maybe I will build some more stuff. I will also do a live stream on YouTube where I'm just fiddling around in the Hobbiton Zoo as well, guys, and hearing you guys' suggestions and just hanging out. That's pretty much the plan of this. And also something that I don't mention a lot, and I will not do it, but it's mainly because a lot of people say that I should mention it once in a while. So here we go. If you guys would like to support me in a different way than just watching my videos, I have a Patreon, which you can find down in the description below, where you can, if you feel like it, support me or donate a little bit. And that is the only thing or time you will hear me saying this for quite a while now again. So, but if you have any interest whatsoever, guys, you can check down the links in the description below, and you can get to read a little bit more of all the stuff I'm doing and what my purpose is with all this YouTube jazz here. So yeah. Anyways, that was just a little FYI there, guys. We are going back into the build here. As you guys can see, I'm adding an extra layer of Hobbit house. Just trying to make my own here a little bit. And then I just try and decorate with a lot of foliage, green environment, you know, flowers. Just making it all look super natural. And it's actually here in the end that I actually first started adding the wooden planks. Oh my god, sorry guys. That are I'm using those for windows to kind of like add the windows a little bit everywhere, and then also I use the wooden planks to build around the windmill itself, which is gonna look so much better as soon as they get that wooden bits all the way around. It definitely changes the look of the windmill for sure. So that's kind of so I'm quite happy with that. And honest, I had this in mind, but I hadn't in mind that it was gonna look like this, and I feel like the Dall Sheep's habitat looks so much better with having this in the background. So that's pretty much what we are doing today, guys. I know we are 13 minutes in the video now, and you have seen me do a lot of stuff. And of course, as I say, this is not the fully built, completed. This will, I don't know, 70% maybe. And then next video, or maybe on a live stream, I will go around and say those stuff or do those stuff as I said I would do, filling in some of these small spots we have everywhere, and just hanging out with you guys would be very cool. And also I have been wanting to stream from Hobbiton Zoo for quite a while and also show you guys the zoo, how it looks right now. But unfortunately, you know why, that just couldn't happen. So this is just how we're gonna do it, guys. But don't expect like multiple Planet Zoo series or whatnot. Maybe I'll make a blueprint once in a while if it's something not to do or related to Hobbiton. But besides that, yeah, then it's just gonna be this series I'm gonna have of Planet Zoo, guys, on the channel, where I am usually posting a lot more Planko, and I still will, but I am coming to this part now with my Planko projects that I don't really want to make more videos of them than just showcases. And now I have Blueport Pleasure Beach with Jøre, which is one of the series that are going right now, where I will post every second week. I'm posting one of those, and then you guys should be keep an eye out for Ironworks from Blackmire, which is gonna come out very soon as a premiere. So hope to get you guys there. You guys will of course get the notification and all that stuff. But I might not post Planko videos, but I still do play the game a lot, guys. I'm literally finishing off my projects just off camera. And that's also why it's the lack of videos haven't been. I mean, I know it's been not so many videos lately, and I've been super busy and all that stuff. And as I said in one of the community posts, that I'm trying to revamp this my channel a little bit. As you guys have seen, got a new banner, new logo, shorter videos. I want to use more time on editing them, but posting less videos. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys, but that's kind of like I want more quality than quantity. That's where I'm saying here. And I like using a little bit more effort into editing these videos here, and also making a voiceover and all that stuff. And just not, yeah, it's mainly just how I feel things are now. And I just want to give you guys some good content. That's pretty much it. But let's go back to the build here. I'm just sorry for all the ranting here, guys, but I'm just super happy to be back in Hobbiton Zoo, and there are a lot of things for these 5 weeks that I wanted to explain to you guys. But I just haven't got the chance and opportunity to do it yet. So that's why I kind of like just packing it all into this Hobbiton Zoo episode here, which I hope is totally cool with you guys. But as you can see in the background here, added the wooden planks, made a custom roof, adding some more overgrown parts to the build here, and everything is kind of starting to look quite nice now. I really wish that I could make it more overgrown and maybe make the roof a little bit more recognizable and stuff. But I feel like the way it turned out to look, it's quite nice. Give it some more trim work here, and then some supports underneath, so the roof kind of like looks supported and kind of real in that aspect. So, but I'm quite happy on how all this end up looking, and I'm pretty sure that I will try build something more fantasy-esque next time. I don't think this windmill will become a blueprint, unfortunately, because I use a lot of terrain and all that stuff. So it's mainly just gonna be a part of Hobbiton Zoo, kind of like the mill, the Hobbiton Mill is. So, all right. We are going over to this part where I'm saying sort of like a vineyard plantage, you know, plantation, plantage. But this is kind of like what I'm doing here, using just as we do in Planko 2, we use these sort of hanging vines here, and then just using them as sort of grapes. It works very well for it, and I'm quite happy on how they turned out as soon as I start adding bunch of detailing to this area here. And as I said, guys, the area of the sheep is still work in progress. I just mainly wanted to have the background of the sheep done here with a lot of trees and the foliage and the windmill and all that stuff. So I was struggling with some fencing here, as you guys can see. I'm just trying to make my own here with the branches. And after I add these all the way around here, it looks so freaking cool having these fences, custom fences all the way around here. I'm super into that, really think they're awesome, and I might go back and add these fences a little bit more all the way around the park, because I feel like they're more fantasy and more Hobbiton-esque, if that's a word. Then I'm definitely gonna do that. But as you guys can see, the area here it's turning to look quite nice now, with the vineyard and the windmill in the back, and we have all these fencing here. And yeah, I'm quite happy how this turned out, which I've said 10 times now, but I am very happy about how this turned out. Yeah, okay. But I'm not sure what thing I'm gonna build next in Hobbiton Zoo. I will build something, but what? I don't know yet, if it's going to be a blueprint or if it's going to be a little area or if it's going to be a new habitat. I'm thinking about making some sort of a reptile house. I mean, I really want the tortoise, turtles, call them what you want to call them, kind of like in a small little section. I know they're not, might not be super fittable, but I feel like there must be a way I can kind of like incorporate those into the park and have like some sort of a, I don't know, a little bit grassy dome, kind of like I did with the pangolins, but just closed off there instead of open. Maybe some sort of like that. That would be quite cool. But as you guys can see here, we are adding some woods or some trees and a little bit more fencing, just trying to make this area look nice, so we have a nice picture for the thumbnail and all that stuff. That's also one of the things I think about a lot when I build. I'm getting super annoyed if I build something and I can't find a good angle for the thumbnail for it. It doesn't mean that I kind of failed, not really, but it's just annoying when you come to that point where it's like, these angles here are just, nah, it doesn't work. And I've done that a few times before, so that's why you sometimes see me go back and forth and just look at the build to see if there's anything in the way, what ruins the view here. Is there anything that can be added that will give it that extra pop, you know? So there's a lot of thoughts going into all this stuff. But yeah, just adding the last parts here, a little bit of clutter all the way around. Yeah, just polishing up a little bit here. As you guys can see, I added a little bit of a rock arch too, so it feels like you're going into something else after the windmill. And then there's mainly just grass. And the windmill on the other side is not really decorated yet, but it will become if we ever manage to build something in the back of Hobbiton Zoo. I'm not sure how big I want to build this park, or how big it's gonna be. I just have ideas, and those ideas, I'm building them, and then we will manage to see if we can make all of them look together, like make transitions from left and right, and when you exit this area, which area will you enter? And my only goal is to keep the vibe, kind of like this fantasy vibe with all of the bright colors of trees and just very lushy and hilly, and that's pretty much it. And then the housing and how all the stuff I'm building, they gonna look like how I feel like building. As I say, with the Birdmaster's house, which you guys saw me build last week, I'm definitely gonna add this one in here, but make it more look like it's natural, like it belongs in here. And you guys also know that I said when I started this that I would not keep it all to Hobbiton. It would mainly, the more in we go in this series, it will also just be more fantasy-esque things that I'm gonna build, because that is my favorite theme to build. There's not really any limits, no boundaries. You can mainly just control whatever you want to do. And that's one of the things I like about building, is having no limitations. Kind of like when if you build realistic stuff, you have to mainly focus on like just not putting all that stuff on, because it's not a lot of realistic builds that has this sort of super crazy clutter and detailing and whatnot. So in my case, I really like it in this way. So the windows here I made, I just tried to add a little bit more touch to them, because I felt like they were a little bit too bare, but I just end up giving them a little window shelf something, and then that's pretty much how things work. The wheel itself is actually doable to turn around, so it doesn't clip with anything. I did manage to check that out, so this should also be good. And man, do I wish we had something that would actually a working windmill wheel instead of only the water wheel we got. That would be super cool if we actually got one more of that, because it really just makes a nice atmosphere and a nice feel and background for all this stuff here. So Frontier, if you're listening, in any new pack, let's get some of this stuff here. That would be so cool. I would definitely need it, and I think a lot of people would too. So, alright guys, we are slowly moving towards the end here now. This is mainly the last parts I'm doing here. So, if you like the build, guys, and the video, leave a comment and a like. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this new build, and how you guys feel like Hobbiton Zoo is coming back to the channel. I'm very excited about it, and I hope you guys are as well. So yeah guys, I hope you have an amazing day as always, and stay awesome too, and enjoy the cinematics, guys. Have an amazing day, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.